Let's go to example number 1, process engineer. So how do they look? They look pretty normal. Most likely you're going to have a white collar job. You will be half time in the office and half time in the plant. You will have some protections and you should have some knowledge. So I have this example right here, which is pretty similar to mine. We used to produce yarns from polymer, actually PET. So this was the final product right here for our next client. So what was the task of the process engineer? First, I used to be in charge of production. I needed to ensure that there were production, they were within the limits, that the quality was enough, they were not, let's say, the length of the size, the weight, density, and so on, they were inside limits. I also verify process conditions. Many times the temperature of these materials, because these are hot, they need to thermofix this polymer right here. So they change from maybe 120 to 125 and so on. So you must check out why are they changing. Is it the machine, or is it because of the process? Is it because of the velocity? And what is the effect on our textile right here? And of course, the overall idea is to improve conditions. So if you learn that this is because of the machine and this 5 Celsius is affecting you too much, then how can you improve it? Well, change it or call to maintenance. Also, manage production, stated before. You gotta ensure that everything is within limits. And also, I love this because we used to test some new raw materials, maybe because they wanted to check out cheaper places in China. They took them, they worked with them, and they said, oh yeah, that's cool, that's not cool, it's good enough or not, is it working or not? And it was the task of the process engineer to work with that raw material and see if the textile is within range limits. So typically they will have a very good schedule, 9 to 5 most likely, and I will say, and you already saw how much they get paid. So they live a very comfortable life. What would you expect from a process engineer? Eventually to convert into a senior process engineer, maybe even operation manager, director of plant, and eventually maybe CEO. Of course, doesn't mean that you cannot change diagonally. Maybe you change from process to production engineer, maybe you go from process to quality engineer. What else could you do? Maybe you change to maintenance engineer. There are plenty of paths that a process engineer can do.